Hello, good morning, and welcome to Yoga with Maria. I hope everyone is well on this Friday morning. Nice to see you all. So just check that you've got a nice clear space, as clear a space as possible. And also if you've got any injuries, just to be really mindful of those injuries. You can always contact me at the end. We can discuss those in a little bit more detail. I can give you some alternatives if you like. Always listen to your body. You know it. And unfortunately, I can't be there with you. So I will always encourage you to be your own teacher. Yeah. So I'm basically just guiding you through. So it's really important that you listen to your body, you look at what you're doing, make your corrections. If something doesn't feel right in your body, ignore what I say and listen to yourself. I give you prompts and things, but really it's about tuning in to yourself. So let's start by doing that. Bring yourself into a nice comfortable position. You don't have to have your legs crossed, you can have them out in front of you, just whatever's comfortable. And close your eyes. So we'll just spend a few moments just focusing on ourselves and tuning in to our bodies and how they're feeling this morning. So just wherever you are, allow the eyes to close. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck, and allow the shoulders to drop. And just bring your focus into your breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. If you notice that you're breathing through your mouth, see if you can close your mouth and focus that breath flowing in and out through the nose. Let's just do a body scan this morning. So taking that breath and awareness into the tips of your toes. And just noticing as we go through the body if anything is particularly achy or stiff or tight this morning. Just give it an extra bit of attention as we go through. And take that breath and awareness into the soles of the feet, into the heels, the ankles. Take the breath and awareness into the legs, the knees, your thighs. Raise the awareness into your hips and glutes, those powerful bum muscles. And trace that awareness into the lower back, round into the belly, up into the chest. Trace the breath and awareness round into the top of the back, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, hands, fingers, thumbs. Trace that awareness back up the arms, into the throat, the neck, the back of the head, forehead, your eyes, nose, mouth, tongue, your jaw. Trace the breath and awareness into the sides of the temples, into the top of the head and out. And just keeping your eyes closed, let's inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling, taking the arms up, palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling, arms up, palms together. Exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class on an Om this morning. You can join in with the mantra or just listen. Inhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. We'll just do a little bit more focus on that breathing. So let's bring one hand onto the chest and one hand down onto the lower belly. And if you'd like to, close your eyes again so you can really focus on where that breath is going or where it's centered. You can. Again, just lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck, and allow those shoulders to relax. And keeping that breath flowing in and out through the nose. I want you to just see if you can feel that hand where your belly is just rising and falling with the breath. So as you inhale, your belly's coming out. And as you exhale, the belly's going back in towards the spine. Just gentle movements. And if you're feeling the hand on your chest moving quite a lot, see if you can just put a little bit of pressure on the chest and try to encourage that breath to fall past the chest and down into that lower belly area. Allowing the breath to become softer, lighter, and quieter if you can. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, nice and gentle. And just remember, if any point through the practice this morning, if you're struggling or you can't keep balance or something doesn't feel right, you just bring that focus back onto your breathing. Just taking that moment just to see if you can get that breath to become nice and light, nice and subtle like it is now. Great, and just releasing the hands. Let's bring ourselves this morning, you can open your eyes, into a squat position. So we're going to get right in with the squats this morning. So ideally with your squat, you want a nice wide stance and the heels to be touching the floor. Now if your heels are nowhere near the floor, don't worry. You can just roll the edge of your mat up. Or if you want just to grab a jumper or a throw or something, you're just rolling that up. What we're doing is we're pressing the elbows into the outside of the legs, so you're kind of pushing the legs out. You're lengthening that spine, lengthening the neck. You're trying to bring the hands into a sort of prayer position and bring them in towards the heart center. You're bringing that belly in towards the spine, so you're kind of already starting to work the core muscles. If it gets uncomfortable at any point, just sit back down, give yourself a little rest. So we'll do a few arm stretches, so just taking the left hand on the right ankle, and then let's lengthen that right arm up towards the ceiling, and then bringing it back in towards the chest. And just taking a few of those in your own time, just opening that shoulder blade, nice and gentle. Keeping the mouth closed and allowing that breath to flow in and out through the nose. And let's take it on the other side, taking the right hand onto the left ankle and then reaching that left arm up towards the ceiling and then back in towards the chest. And just be mindful that each time you come back in towards the chest, see if you can draw that belly in towards the spine. Lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck. And then let's just try both hands. So again, we're pressing the elbows on the outside, on the inside of the legs, pushing them out. Then we're just going to take both hands up, keeping them in prayer, and then bringing them back. Inhaling, taking them up, and then exhale, bringing them down. Don't worry too much about the breath. Just kind of let the breath do whatever comes natural. And as I say, if this is starting to become uncomfortable, just sit yourself back down, give yourself a little break. And just one more of those. And then now you've got some options. You've got a choice of taking the palms of the hands and place them under the soles of the feet. If that feels a bit weird, you can take the hands just behind the ankles. From here, we're just going to lengthen those legs, stand up, and then sit back down. If you put your hands under your feet, it just requires a little bit more balancing. And don't worry about trying to get the legs straight. It's just nice and gentle, easy stretching, so you're not putting any strain on the body. And again, each time you come back into that squat, take a moment to lengthen that spine. Draw that belly in so you're starting to really engage that core muscle. And then just releasing the hands. Then you can stay here, or you can have a little play around with going out into a plank, or in any direction, in fact. So just walking the hands out, allowing the legs to stretch, start engaging the glutes, those bum muscles, walking yourself back into your squat. And you don't have to just go straight forward. Play around with the space you've got. Maybe you bring one hand up or one leg, but just using that space around you. You can take your hands behind you. You can lift the hips up for a moment. You can take those hands out to the side. Maybe have a little stretch with one of the arms. Just kind of exploring that space around whatever you have. Again, bringing yourself back into that squat for a moment. And then just finding yourself in your tabletop position. So just bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Just checking the knees are hip width distance apart, so not too wide, not too narrow. And then I'm just going to inhale, take the gaze towards the ceiling. And then exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Again, allow those tops of the feet to press into the floor. And again, if you're enjoying that, you can just stay doing this movement. Or if you want to free it up into a little Friday morning disco cat, crazy cat, you can just loosen that movement up, swim through your elbows, sit back on your heels, do a bit of freestyle, keeping that breath flowing in and out through the nose. And then just bringing that movement to a stillness. And let's just extend the right arm and then lengthen that left leg. Just finding that balance. Draw the belly button in towards the spine so you're not letting the belly hang down, but you're keeping that nice and active in the core muscle. Nice. And let's bring the elbow in towards the knee and tuck the chin in towards the elbow and the knee. So you're kind of crunching it all together. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And then extend and lengthen. And one more time, elbow meeting the knee, Chin coming in as well, crunching it all together. And then release. Let's take it on the other side. Lengthen the left arm and lengthen the right leg. Again, draw that belly in towards the spine. Find that balance. Great. And let's bring the elbow and the knee and the chin all to meet in the middle. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And then extend. And one more time. Crunching it all together. And extend. Bringing it down, tucking the toes, and bringing yourself into a little rag doll. So just hanging nice and heavy, head nice and loose. Just give the head a little nod. Nice deep bend in the knees. If you want to do a little twist from side to side. Maybe just enjoying nodding that head. Maybe you want to just give yourself a little hug. Reaching the arms around to the shoulder blades. And then just releasing the hands if you're giving yourself a hug. Nice deep bend in the knees. And just allow yourself to come up to standing. Try and make sure the head is the last thing that comes on top. And then just enjoy that little alignment for a moment. And have a nice little paddle through your feet. Have a little walk on your tiptoes. Have a little bit of fun kind of going off balance. You know, balance on your heels for a moment. Really tip yourself forward. Just enjoy that moment of suspension. And then just bring yourself to the front of your mat, or just make sure you've got enough space behind you. Bring yourself into your mountain pose. So those toes touching, the heels slightly apart. Work your way up through your body. So you're engaging each different body part. Little micro bend in the knees if you need to. Squeeze the glutes, tummy in towards the spine, chest open, shoulders back. You can always come back to this pose. If you're feeling a bit tired or you just need to take a moment, you can always return to your grounded mountain pose. And we'll go into our sun salutations to warm up the body even more. So let's inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Check where you want the hands, ideally hip, shoulder width apart. Just check where they are, spread the fingers. From here, step back into your plank, your chaturanga. Bring that weight slightly forward, engage the glutes. So you're really squeezing those bum muscles. Take the belly in towards the spine, keep breathing. Really nice, nice and strong. If you need to bring those knees down, bring the knees down. Either way, you're keeping the elbows tucked in towards the body. Take the chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Let's just hold the up dog for a moment. Opening that chest. If you want to lift those hips up, so press the tops of the feet into the floor. Really nice. Tucking the toes. Downward dog. So just moving those feet. Have a little walk if you want. Hips. And then just bringing those feet hip width distance apart. Look back at your hands, make sure you haven't moved them. Tendency is always to try and go a bit wider. Shoulder width apart. Take the gaze towards the belly button. Press the heels towards the floor. Squeeze the glutes. Really good. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Step your feet as close towards your hands as you can. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale, release. Mountain pose. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Shoulders back. Inhale, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or do a little jump into your plank. Weight slightly forward, squeeze the glutes. Check, make sure those elbows, even if you're putting your knees down, or going backwards as if towards your feet. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Open that chest. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Really nice. Move those feet if you need to. Again, check the hands. Spread the fingers. If your feet don't feel right, try walking them closer to your hands or further away. It just will change the stretch slightly. Beautiful. Inhale, take the gaze towards the hands. Step or do a little jump towards the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands wherever you want them. Step or jump back into your plank. Knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Gaze towards the belly button. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. See if you can make your breath lighter here just for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Take the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's just take a moment, get your breath back. Toes touching, heels slightly apart, mountain pose. Squeeze those glutes. Belly in towards the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Gorgeous. This time we're going to inhale. Exhale, bend. Keep the knees together. Extend the arms for a chair pose. Shoulders down. Really nice. Holding that for a moment. Let's bring the palms together. Let's take the left elbow over the right side. Palms in, chair twist. Palms towards the heart center, gaze towards the ceiling. If you feel that left knee popping out, see if you can bring it back in line with the right one. Great. Placing the hands down, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Weight slightly forward, engage those glutes. Knees down if you need to. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the right foot. Warrior one. We're just going to stay in our warrior one today. So just making sure that the right knee is a 90-degree angle. The hips are swiveling round towards that right knee. Arms nice and long, shoulders down. And keep breathing. Really nice. Let's take the arms down, stepping back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Pressing the heels towards the floor, gaze towards the ceiling. Inhale, take the gaze towards the hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze the glutes, lengthen the arms. Coming all the way up and release. Mountain pose. Toes touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders back. We're going to go again on the other side. Inhaling. Exhale, bend. Inhale, chair pose. Palms together. Let's bring the right arm over the left leg this time. Twisted chair. Palms in towards the heart center. Gaze towards the ceiling. And again, just check if that right knee popping out, stick it back in line with the left. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Great. Take the hands down, step or jump back into your plank. Weight slightly forward. Take the chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the left foot, warrior one. Again, take your time to correct your posture. Nice 90-degree bend, bringing the hips round. Gorgeous, nice corrections. Press that foot back into the floor, arms nice and long. And breathing. And smile. You're doing really good. Nice. Let's take the hands down to the floor. Step back into your plank. Knees down if you need. Take the weight forward. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes. Exhale, down dog. Really nice. Enjoying that stretch. Squeeze in the glutes. Gaze towards the belly button. Inhaling, taking the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Squeeze the glutes, knees together. Chair pose. Lengthen the arms, shoulders down. Nice and strong. Beautiful. Coming all the way up. And release. Really nice. We're going to do nice wide leg. So just bringing yourself nice wide pose, as wide as you want. Let's just check that those bums aren't sticking out behind you, but they're kind of, it's nice and placed underneath your torso. Toes, just take a look at your toes. You kind of want to bring them in a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Let's lengthen the arms up. Great. And then we're coming forward. We're going to hold this forward pose for a moment. So try not to look at the camera. You want to try and keep that neck nice and long, in line with the spine. Lengthen the arms as if someone's pulling the fingers. Squeeze the glutes. Really good. Nice. Just put those thumbs together towards the fingers. Yes, relaxing those thumbs. And then releasing. You can bend the knees if you need to, so don't worry about trying to get straight legs. We're going to take the hands around the back of the ankles. Just give the head a little nod. Make sure you're not holding any tension in the neck. And from here, with each out breath, I want you to just imagine that your legs are becoming a little bit straighter. So you're just seeing if you can lengthen them, and you're bringing your head towards that gap in the legs. If it starts to become uncomfortable, just bend the knees again. Squeeze the glutes. Get the pressure off the back of the legs. And with each out breath, just lengthen them just a fraction. You're not bouncing or forcing. Let's take a twist on it. So let's take the left hand to the right foot. Just grip that right foot. And then extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. And take the gaze towards that right hand. If you feel your hips going really over, just see if you can bring them back square. Beautiful. Let's swap over to the side. Right hand to the left foot. Again, just feel if those hips are trying to squidge over to the left side. See if you can bring them back towards the center. Extend that left arm up towards the ceiling and take the gaze towards that hand. Great. And bringing the hands back towards the middle. Just give the head a little nod again. We're going to take the hands behind. If you can interlace the fingers, bring the palms together. And then lengthen the arms to give them a stretch so you're opening those shoulders. If that feels impossible, just maybe try and grip and the elbows together. So placing one hand on one elbow and the other hand on the other. And then releasing the hands. And then we're going to reach and lengthen forward again, like a little tabletop. So you reach in those arms, really nice. Squeeze those glutes. And then let's come all the way up. Really good. Let's take a little closed off position. Let's do a nice warrior, an eagle pose. So I'll do it with you. Arms nice and long. We take the right arm under the left, and then the right leg comes up and over. If you can squish that little foot around the back of the leg, great. Don't worry if you can't. You're squeezing those legs together, shoulders down. If you feel yourself leaning forward, see if you can draw yourself back up. The spine's nice and long. Really good. Squeezing those legs. Beautiful. You all look great. Inhaling, coming up. And let's take it on the other side. Arms long, left arm under the right. Left leg coming up and over. Finding that wrap, and you always might find that one side you're able to do it more easily than another. Again, if you feel yourself leaning forward, just sit it back up. You inhale, lengthening, then exhale, see if you can sit a little bit deeper. Drop the shoulders. And don't worry if you go off balance, just reset. Nice. Inhaling, coming up. And exhale, release. Excellent. Really nice. We're going to do Warrior 2 into Warrior 3 this morning. And yeah, let's do that. So I'll mirror you. Let's take that right foot forward. Nice 90-degree bend in that right knee. Again, let's just set ourselves up. This left foot pressing back into the floor. Hips lengthways to the mat. And again, you'll find the different stance. Like some people like to be really wide in this pose, but actually maybe you need to just kind of shorten that. It kind of really depends. But if you just look from the inside of this knee, just check that you can see your big toe from that angle. If you can't, perhaps that your knee is kind of flaying over to one side, so just be mindful that it's not. Arms nice and long, gaze towards the right fingertips. Squeezing that pelvic floor as if you're trying to hold in a wee. Squeeze the glutes. Take that gaze towards the right fingertip and beyond. Shoulders down. The arms long. From here, if you want to try a little Warrior 3 pose, take your time, lengthen the arms forward, and then just slowly bringing that right leg up, the left leg rather, sorry. You're lengthening the arms, lengthen the leg, almost like a T shape. You can keep the supporting leg, the right leg bent, if that helps. Don't worry about trying to make it straight. And let's just place that left foot down, and let's reverse the warrior for a moment. So just taking that right hand sort of up towards the ceiling, taking the gaze towards that right forearm. And if you want, you can bring the hand behind you for a little bind. Beautiful. And then let's just release that, flip the feet, and let's take it on the other side. So again, finding that position in your Warrior 2 on the left leg. So again, find the stance, find the width of your legs. Nice 90-degree bend, pressing that right foot into the mat. Hips lengthways. Again, tuck that bum underneath. Arms nice and long. Just check again, you can see that big toe. So you should be able to see it from the inside. Really nice. Lengthen those arms, gaze towards the left fingertips. Again, squeeze everything. Squeeze that pelvic floor. the glutes. Really nice. Lengthen those arms. And then let's just take it into warrior 3. Take your time with it. Lengthen those arms. Find that balance. Slowly lift that leg up. Trying to create your T shape. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You're doing really well. And let's just take that into reverse warrior. So place that foot down. Beautiful, well done. And then reverse that. Taking that gaze towards the left forearm. And again, that hand can come behind you if it wants for a little mini bind. Beautiful. And then let's just cartwheel those arms. Great. We're going to bring ourselves, we're going to do a little low lunge. So if you need to take a cushion underneath your knee, then you can do that. So I'll do it with you. We'll start with the right leg coming up and the left leg going as far behind you as it can. So you can just you can stay in this position if you want. You can have the hands on either side of the foot and just enjoy that left hip sinking into the floor. You can completely stay here, or if you like, you can bring the hands towards the heart center. You can lengthen the arms, do a little mini back bend. If you want to take it into a low lunge, just tucking the toes of that left foot. Low lunge, arms up, again opening that chest towards the ceiling. Great. Whichever position you're in, just breathing in and out through the nose. If you are in the low lunge, really fire up in that glute of the left leg. If you're in the lunge, just bringing those hands back down, replacing the knee. And then let's all together just switch over. So bringing the left knee up. Allowing that right leg to fall behind you. Again, you can stay here in this position, just enjoying that right hip sort of sinking towards the floor. If you want to do the slight back bend, you can, bringing the arms up. If you want to do the low lunge, tucking that toe, and then raising the arms. So you've got a few choices. If you're in the low lunge, really squeeze the glute of that right bum cheek. Lengthen that leg. Nice. Breathing into that hip. If you're in the low lunge, just bringing those hands down, replacing the knee. Great. And then let's all together take both legs behind. We're just going to come into a cobra. Just a little up dog, but you can keep the hips down if you want, so the legs are nice and kind of grounded on the floor. And just have a little practice, a little play around with lifting yourself up through the palms of your hands, squeezing those glutes to take the pressure off the lower back. And then let's sit back into a child or a prayer pose. Bringing the bum towards the heels, lengthening those arms out in front. Or if you want to bring them by your side, you can. Forehead on the floor. Bringing yourself back down. Let's go all the way down onto our bellies. Bring the hands underneath the forehead. We're just going to raise the right leg up, keeping the hips on the floor. Just keeping it raised. Make sure you're breathing, lengthening that leg. And then release. Let's go on the left side. So you're lengthening that left leg, bringing it up, keeping the hip on the floor. And release. Let's take both feet off. Keeping the forehead down. Squeeze those glutes. Make sure you keep breathing. And release. Just give the hips a little rock from side to side. Yeah. And then let's just take both hands out as well. Forehead on the floor for a second. And this time we're going to bring all 4 limbs and the head up. So your little skydive. Keep breathing. Imagine that someone's pulling your fingertips and your toes. See if you can lift the chest just a little bit higher. Keep breathing. You can smile and release, bringing the hands underneath the forehead if you want. Again, just rocking those hips from side to side. Now you've got a choice. You can do the same thing again, your little skydive. Or if you want to try and do bow pose, you can bring your hand on the inside of your foot, grab the top of your foot. Same with the left. And then from here, you're just raising those knees up. Lifting the chest, you're pressing the backs of the feet into the hands. This might feel a little bit too much from the knees. If that's the case, then just go back to the other position, skydive. Opening that chest a little bit more. And then release. Nice. Tucking yourself back into child's pose. Bringing the bum towards the hips. And again, you can have the arms lengthened in front, or you can bring them by your side. Beautiful. Bring yourself up. Swing those legs round so they're out in front of you. We'll do our seated mountain pose or staff pose. We're going to do our little sequence this morning, so I'll actually do it with you. Let's bring the right foot in towards the top of the leg. You've got 2 choices. You can have it here, so it's flat against the floor, or you can bring it up on top of that left leg, so the foot's on top of the left leg. In either position, you're going to try and bring it as high as you can. And then from here, you're bringing the arms up and then reaching them forward. You're keeping this left leg nice and active, toes towards the ceiling. If you can, try and lift the heel up off the floor. Lengthening that spine, lengthening the neck, wherever that is for you, even if it's up here. And then just relax over. So just allow your head to be heavy, the spine to curve. Use your elbows or your hands, however you need to, just to help support that pose. Have a little play around with squeezing the leg of the left leg, pressing the knee into the floor, lifting the heel up. You're completely engaging it and then relaxing it. Trying to avoid bouncing into it, just use your body weight. Bringing yourself up, let's place that right foot on the floor, keeping that knee tucked in towards the chest. We're going to do a little bind. So we're just going to take the right hand up, lean forward as far as you can. Lean, lean, lean. So we're leaning on the inside of that leg. And then you're bringing your hand all the way around. You're sort of twisting that forearm and the wrist. Your kind of hands falling behind you. Take your left hand, see if you can meet that right one. It's like you're kind of giving yourself a hug of that leg in a kind of weird way. And then again, allow that head to be heavy. You're squeezing that right leg in towards the body. Great. Releasing that, let's take a little twist. Sticking with the same leg. This time take your right hand behind you. And again, you'll find where that needs to be in a moment. You're going to take the left arm up and over. This is option 1. Already quite an intense little stretch, little twist. You're lengthening that arm. So you're inhale, trying to lengthen that spine. Then exhale, just a gentle twist. If you want to try the bind, you can just turn that hand so it's facing the other way. Bring it round that leg and take the right hand. See if you can meet the hand of the other one. in either position. See if you can lengthen that spine. Just a little bit, really good. Releasing that, let's take this whole sequence on the other side. So lengthening the right leg, bringing that left leg either flat against the floor but right inside towards the body, or bringing it on top. Bringing the arms up and then lengthening and reaching forward, activating this right leg. Bring the heel off the floor, toes towards the ceiling, press the back of the knee in towards the floor. Squeeze that glute for a moment. Really nice. Just see if you can drop the shoulders so they're not scrunching up towards the ears. And then relax over into it. So just allow the spine to curve, again, wherever that is for you. Allow the head to be heavy. And just imagine with each out breath, you're just sinking a little bit closer. Again, experiment, play around with that leg. Squeeze the glute, heel off, toes towards the ceiling. And then release it and relax it. Try again. So you engage in the whole leg, pressing that knee in towards the floor, squeezing, and then releasing it. Brilliant. Bring yourself up, putting that left foot on the floor. So we'll do the little twist for not the twist, the other one. So right hand just by your side, left arm coming up, reaching forward from the inside. Then you're taking that left hand kind of around the back of that leg, taking the right hand to meet it. So you're kind of hugging yourself from behind. Allowing the head to be heavy, coming towards that leg. Squeezing the left leg in towards the body. Making sure you're breathing. Beautiful. Let's take the twist of it. So just releasing that. This time taking the left hand behind you. The right arm's coming up and over. Finding that position. Trying to bring that hand just a bit closer in towards your body to help support that lengthening of the spine. Your inhale lengthening, exhale just a slight twist. If you want to try the bind, you're just bringing that hand around that leg, twisting it, grabbing that hand. Same thing, you're lengthening the spine as much as you can, and then exhale, just twisting. Really good. Releasing that, taking both legs, and let's just go straight in for that relaxed position over the legs. So allowing the head to be heavy. And again, I encourage you to play around with the difference in the legs. So kind of bringing the heels up, toes towards the ceiling, pressing the feet, knees in towards the floor, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the legs, so really squeezing, and then release and relax them for a moment. And then just try it again. So you're bringing the heels up, toes towards the ceiling, pressing the knees in towards the floor, squeezing the glutes, lengthening, and then releasing. Really nice. Just using gravity wherever that is for you. Really nice. Bringing yourself up, giving those legs a little wriggle. Well done. Let's just take ourselves onto our back. We're going to do a nice shoulder stand this morning. Just allowing that spine to lengthen on the floor, the neck nice and long, bringing those feet down. So with your shoulder stand, you've got a couple of options. You can just bring those feet up and just enjoy that. Or if you want, you can press the backs of the hands into the floor, raise the hips up, bring the hands on the lower back or on the hips, Allow the legs to come up. You're keeping that neck long. Don't try to look at the camera. Come out of the position if you need to. You're keeping that chin tucked in towards the chest. Squeezing those glutes, lengthening the legs. Imagine someone's getting your toes and they're lifting them. You can lift your hips a bit higher. You can stay here in your shoulder stand, or if you want to come into plow, bringing those knees towards the forehead, and then lengthen the legs behind you, just letting them fall wherever they fall. If you want to try and straighten the legs, you can. If you want to clasp the hands behind you, or keeping the hands on the lower back. Whichever position you're in, just bringing those knees back in towards the forehead, lengthen the arms behind you, palms on the floor, so you can help guide that back down onto the mat. Great, just enjoy that for a moment, bringing those knees in towards the chest, giving them a little rock from side to side. Great. Maybe some little circles with the lower back. And if it feels nice, you want to do a few little rock and rolls up and down the spine for a moment, you can. So just rocking up and down, massaging that back. Or just sticking with the knees in towards the chest. And then allowing that to come to a stillness. Let's take the legs out long. The arms lengthways, palms facing down. Let's bring the right knee in towards the chest and then take it over to the left side. Take the gaze to the right for a little spinal twist. You want to take the left hand on that right leg, you can, just to give it a bit of weight. And just imagine that the right shoulder is sinking into the floor, even if it feels like it's really far away. Bringing that leg back in, lengthening it. Let's change for the other side. So bringing the left knee now into the chest, taking it over to the right side. Take the gaze to the left. And if you want, again, you can bring that right hand on the leg just to give it a bit of weight. Breathing into that lower back. And again, imagining the left shoulder now is sinking towards the floor. Breathing into any tightness. Great. Slowly coming back over, bringing the knees in towards the chest. We'll just do a little squeeze of everything. So clasping the elbows, chin towards the knees, bringing those heels together. Squeeze everything. Really tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Give it everything. A bit more. And release. Just allow yourself to come in a final pose. Shavasana. Definitely earned it this morning. So just allowing your whole body now to be supported by the floor. Just let everything go. And the hips, glutes, the legs, the shoulders, arms. And let the head be heavy. I'm going to read a little quote this morning from Hamin Sunim, from his book, The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down. Like toxins slowly filling our bodies, if anger, despair, or sorrow accumulate in our hearts, we have to do something about it. Exercise. Talk to your mentor. Meditate on loving kindness. As we begin to make the effort, the toxins start to lose their grip. And when you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into your body. Just giving the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. If you want to give yourself a nice stretch, just bringing the hands above your head. And then keeping your eyes closed, just allow yourself to go over to one side into a fetal position. And taking your time, just bring yourself slowly into a comfortable seated position. And let's together from the corners of our homes. Inhale, take our hands up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up. Palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling. Palms together. Exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for a lovely practice this morning. We do have meditation actually in a moment, so if you want to hang around, you can. We'll be back in a few moments. If you are able to donate for the session, you can do that via the website www.yogawithmariagray.com. Again, thank you to all those people that are donating. Lovely to see your faces. Have a great Friday. Look after yourselves. You take care. Thank you. Namaste. Hello and welcome to Meditation with Maria. Welcome back and welcome to anyone that's just joining us for this meditation session. So let's bring ourselves into a nice comfortable position. You don't have to be sitting up, you can be sat in a chair, you can lean against a wall. Just allow yourself to be really comfortable. And we're just going to start the session this morning with a little bit of TLC. A bit of massage. And let's just bring our fingertips towards our eyebrows and imagine you're kind of taking the thumb and the first finger and it's feel like kneading the eyebrows just a little bit. Nothing too aggressive, but you're just starting to ease up that tension that builds up around the eyes and the forehead. Allowing the shoulders to drop. And allow that breath to flow in and out through the nose. And then let's just take that massage to the top of the eyes, top of the nose, and just trace the fingertips along the top of the eye sockets, along the cheekbones, up. As if you give yourself a little facelift. Just rubbing the eyes underneath, following that line of the cheekbone, and then up. Again, just allowing the shoulders to drop so they're not creeping up towards the ears. You're kind of opening the sinuses. And then just taking the fingertips and just massaging the top of the forehead in whatever way feels nice. So kind of maybe you want to do little circles or just draw the fingertips from the center outwards. And then just taking that massage into the temples, down the side of the head, behind the ears. And then sort of following that jawline, allowing the jaw to be relaxed. And you're just pressing those thumbs into underneath the chin. And then find that little space behind the ears, between the jaw and the skull. And again, just gently pressing into that space that you sometimes feel tension. And taking that little massage from that little squishy point behind the ears all the way down the neck. Pressing into the side of the neck. Just finding for yourself any bits that are particularly tight. And just pressing the fingertips into those areas. And bringing that down to the tops of the shoulders, or just staying in a particular area if you think, oh wow, yeah, that feels a bit. Breathing into that tightness. And then if you want to take that round into the top of the shoulders or into the front of the chest. Again, just kind of pressing into the chest area. It's nice and lightly. And then taking one hand, bringing that thumb sort of into the shoulder. And the shoulder meets the arm. And just gently massaging down the arm. Giving a little light squeeze. Down the forearm, into the wrist and the hand. And just giving yourself a little hand massage. And so kind of pressing the thumb into that sort of area between the thumb and the first finger. And then just massaging each finger, pulling the finger slightly in the thumb. And And let's just take on the other side. So bringing that again, thumb, massaging just gently into that area. And just bringing that down the arm, into the forearm, just pressing that thumb, the wrist, and then into the hand. So again, finding any bit that feels maybe really tight. And then just pulling each finger. And the thumb. And then just allowing the hands just to relax and the shoulders. And now you can just find yourself in a lying down position if you prefer, or you can stay seated. Wherever you are, just close your eyes now. And allow your whole body to relax. If you're staying seated, allow those shoulders just to drop. Be supported by the floor or by the chair. And today we're going to do the Om mantra meditation. But first, let's just bring our awareness into our breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Just feel that your breath is becoming lighter, quieter, softer. In through the nose and out through the nose. Om, the Indian Sanskrit word for peace. Om. Repeat this mantra silently inside your head. Peace, tranquility. I'm going to leave you for a short while. I will let you know when the meditation is coming to an end by playing 3 soft notes on the singing bowl. If you feel your mind wandering at any point, just bring it back to repeating the mantra, Om. 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 can now release the mantra. Start to bring some awareness back into your body. If you would like, you can open your eyes, or if you want to stay where you are and enjoy a few more moments of relaxation. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you are able to donate, you can do that via the website, which is www.yogawithmariagray.com. We do have yoga again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. In the meantime, I wish you a pleasant day. Thank you so much. Namaste.